Good morning, students. Welcome back to online biology classes. As we are on chapter 2, the topic for today is seed germination. So let us begin. Germination of seeds. When a seed gets all the favorable conditions like air, water, and right temperature, a seed germinates to produce a new plant. Seed germination in simple terms means when a seed start growing. When you sow a seed in the soil and water the soil, the seed starts growing. This process is known as germination. And when the seed starts growing, when the seed gets all the favorable conditions like air, water, and right temperature, the temperature plays a very important role in the germination of seed. If the temperature will be very high, then also the seed will not grow. If the temperature is very low, then also the seed will not grow. It needs a optimum temperature or a normal temperature for its growth. So the definition of seed germination is the process by which a sleeping or dormant embryo becomes active and grows into a new plant is known as seed germination. Conditions necessary for seed germination. As I have already told you, what are the conditions or what are the factors which are necessary or important for the growth of seed? They are water, oxygen, and suitable temperature. So after sowing a seed inside the soil, you need to water it. If you will not water the seed, it will not start growing, it will dry and it will die. So water is very important. Then seed also needs oxygen for its growth. Oxygen is already present in the atmosphere, which is absorbed by the soil, and then the seed gets the oxygen in this way. And suitable temperature. On availability of all these, the stored food inside the seed dissolves to provide energy to the embryo. When all these three factors are fulfilled, then what happens? The stored food inside the seed, it starts giving energy to the embryo. What is embryo? Small baby plant which will start growing after the seed germination, and it will turn into a new plant. Process of seed germination. The first sign of germination is the swelling up of the seed due to absorption of water. What is the first step of seed germination? As you sow the seed inside the soil, the seed absorbs water which is present inside the soil, and then the seed swell up. And why does it swell up? Because it absorbs water, and this is the first step of seed germination. For example, when at our home we cook rajma beans, then the first step for cooking rajma is soaking the rajma beans for overnight. Before soaking the rajma beans, they are very hard. You cannot break them with your hand. But after you soak them in water and leave it for 7 to 8 hours, the seed or the rajma beans absorb water inside them and they swell up. So this is the first step of seed germination. Second, the seed coat becomes soft and burst open. Then what will happen inside the soil after absorption of the Water, because of water gets too much inside the seed swell up, and the seed coat. What is seed coat? It is the outer covering of the seed. It starts getting ruptured and it bursts and open. Then the radicle elongate and grows downward, forming primary roots. In the picture you can see radicle. This radicle starts growing downward inside the soil, and this radicle start forming primary roots. After that, plumule also come out of the soil and grows upward, forming shoot. You can again see the picture of plumule. The plumule starts growing upward and it's come above the soil and it start giving rise to shoot system. Now we will study types of germination. There are mainly two types of germination. One is epigeal germination and second is hypogeal germination. Let us study epigeal germination first of all. In epigeal germination, the cotyledons are pushed above the soil. In this type of germination, the cotyledons come above the soil and the cotyledons become green and forms the first leaves. This type of germination is seen on many dicot seeds such as bean, sunflower, cotton and castor. So we will study epigeal germination in detail now. What are the steps in epigeal germination? And this type of epigeal germination we are going to study in a bean seed. First step, the seed absorbs water and swells up. As I have already told you, this is the first step in any kind of germination. The seed will absorb water and it will swell up. Second, what will happen? The seed coat ruptures and the radicle grows downward, forming the root system. This will be the second step. After the seed swell up, the seed coat will rupture and the radicle will start growing downwards and the radicle will form roots, as you can see in the given diagram. The radicle and the plumule, you can see it clearly. The radicle will start growing downwards and it will start forming root. In the hypocotyl elongates and pull the cotyledons above the soil. The cotyledons become green and forms first leaves. Now see in the second picture. The hypocotyl, it acts as a stem kind of a structure. This hypocotyl will come out of the soil and the hypocotyl will pull the cotyledons. The hypocotyl will pull the cotyledons out of the soil. These cotyledons were first inside the soil. But who has pulled the cotyledon outside? The hypocotyl has pulled the cotyledon outside the soil, and these cotyledons will turn into first two green leaves. As you can see, it is mentioned in the diagram. The cotyledon turns into first two green leaves of the baby plant. And this happens in epigeal germination. The cotyledon come out of the soil. Then the epicotyl emerges from the cotyledon. Now you can see epicotyl, they are the stems, first stems. They also starts emerging out of the soil. You can see the epicotyl is labeled in the third picture. The young leaves unfold at the tip of epicotyl and start preparing food through the photosynthesis. Now you can see there are many young leaves which are also formed on the epicotyl, and these leaves immediately start doing the process of photosynthesis and start preparing food for the new baby plant. Finally, the cotyledons wither away and fall off. In the third picture, you can see the cotyledons. They shed off. They dry and they shed off and they fall down on the soil. Now, this is how the epigeal germination in a bean seed take place. Bean seed is a dicot seed, means it is having how many cotyledons? It is having 2 cotyledons. So that is it. The second type of germination is hypogeal germination. In hypogeal germination, the cotyledons remains below the soil and the plumule come out of the soil to form new leaves. This type of germination is seen in wheat, rice and maize, and some dicot plant such as mango, gram and pea. Now, hypogeal germination generally take place in monocot seeds, but there are some dicot seed also in which you can see hypogeal germination such as mango, gram and pea. In this germination, hypogeal germination, the cotyledons do not come out. As we have seen in epigeal germination, the cotyledons came out of the soil, but in hypogeal germination, we will see the cotyledons remain inside the soil. How does the germination take place? Now we will study that. Germination in a maize seed or hypogeal germination. Maize seed is a monocot seed having a single cotyledon. First step, the seed absorbs water and swells up. The radicle grows downward to form root system. Now we look in this picture. There is a maize seed in the first picture which is sown inside the soil. You can see the radicle is labeled, the plumule is labeled. So what will happen? As soon as you will sow the seed, you will water the seed. After some time, the radicle will start growing downwards and it will form a root. In the second picture, you can see a root kind of structure is developed from the radicle. You can see in the second picture. The epicotyl elongates and take the plumule out of the soil. The plumule forms the first leaf. Now, epicotyl over here will elongate. So you can see the yellow color thing are the cotyledons. They will be inside the soil. The cotyledons will not come outside the soil. But what will come outside the soil? The epicotyl. It will elongate and the epicotyl will only form the first leaf. You can see in the diagram. In the second picture, you can see epicotyl has come out of the soil and it has formed the first leaf. The cotyledon remain under the soil. This yellow portion which you can see are the cotyledons and they remain under the soil. The cotyledon absorb food from endosperm, which is used for growth of the plant. What is the function of cotyledon over here? In hypogeal germination, the cotyledon stores the food for the baby plant. And soon more leaves emerges and start preparing food. Now in the third picture, you can see after the epicotyl comes out of the soil, the first leaves are formed, and in the third picture more leaves are formed and these leaves now start doing the process of photosynthesis and the baby plant starts growing. But still you can see the cotyledons remain inside the soil. So this type of germination is known as hypogeal germination and it is generally seen in a monocot seed, or example is maize seed. So that's all for today. Thank you, class. Revise the topics. Chapter is completed now. The second chapter is completed, and clear your doubts in the comment section, and have a good day.